Poppy likey.
Crack him if you got him. Poppy does like you.
Hey, I think everyone's got a little bit of that Bad Bunny in their hip-hoppity step.
How did he say? How do they say Canada? Canada.
Canada.
Is it Canada got a shout out? Canada at the very end, or I don't know if it was the end or halfway through when he was saying all the countries. Canada did get a shout out. Demarcus Lawrence, when he played for the Dallas Cowboys, he was one of my favorite players. I always said he was the best run-stopping defensive end in the league that nobody really knew about. He got hurt his last year in Dallas, so we kind of were like, well, we didn't have him last year anyways. Went to the Seattle Seahawks, and he won his Super Bowl. I seen this one post on Reddit, because DeMarcus Ware did the same thing, and the person just posted, if I had a nickel for every time a DeMarcus left the Cowboys and won a Super Bowl, I'd have 2 nickels. And they're damn right. You'd have 2 nickels for 10 cents.
Well, yeah, good on you, DeMarcus. And I don't think we're going to see you retiring as a Cowboy. I think you're going to retire as a Seahawk now. But
especially if he goes and does it again. That defense, man. Defense ain't going nowhere, which is scary.
Yeah, most of them are going to be intact.
That's scary.
Defense is going to be good, and I mean the offense too is just killer.
They might lose Kenneth Walker, but they still have JSN. They're still going to have Charbonnet. They're going to have obviously Darnold.
Okay, let's just look at them while you tell us. TMZ, Adam.
TMZ. That's just what I heard. So apparently the reason that they're on the outs and they unfollowed each other. So post Super Bowl, everyone saw that Cardi B and Stefon Diggs unfollowed each other. I heard or read somewhere that she caught him sneaking another female into his hotel room. And that female was also down at the end of the game, like congratulating him or something or whatever at the end of the game, because they showed him
in the AFC Championship.
Yeah. Oh, no, in the Super Bowl.
Oh.
Not congratulating him, but just
safe. That's a weird
not
weird thing to do.
congratulating.
Congrats. You lost.
Yeah.
Well,
but that could have been
who knows?
Who knows?
But anyways, it was just a funny little kind of, you put your relationship out there in public, and we're going to comment on it.
Well,
but I did read this here. Cardi B buys a $500,000 watch for herself amid the Stefon Diggs breakup, so she's doing okay.
That's pretty wild that you're passing, because Dez Bryant's like one of my favorite all-time players. And I get it. You look at Dez seasons; he only really had 3.
Yeah,
like a go crack him if you got him. A real good 3-season spurt where CeeDee Lamb's almost had 1,000 yards every year. The only year I believe he didn't get it was his rookie year, and he was real close. He had like 900 and something yards. So CeeDee's just been very consistent with receptions and yards. Dez Bryant was more of like the touchdown guy, but it's pretty wild that he's only 44 yards away from passing another 88 for more yards.
And here's that thing: is he would have accomplished that this year had they not ran him on that play against the Bears, and he rolled up his ankle for 3 weeks.
And who knows what happens in the okay, who did we play in those 3 weeks? Sorry to get off topic.
Here we go.
Chicago, which the Cowboys got smoked, but they lost to the Green Bay Packers, they tied to the Green Bay Packers
in overtime.
CeeDee Lamb's there. You don't think you're getting an extra point? And then they walloped the New York Jets and lost to the Carolina Panthers. So the
Panthers was a close loss.
It was a last-second field goal.
Yeah.
So you have CeeDee Lamb, and again, we're kind of getting away from what we're talking about.
2 wins. We're in the playoffs.
Yeah. No, that's Super Bowl winners.
We're in the Super Bowl.
Because you decided to run CeeDee Lamb out of the backfield.
And we could have beat that New England team.
Yeah.
But think about that, though. So 44 yards. And then also, he is 180 receptions away from the legendary Michael Irvin.
Crazy.
And now...
So he's got a couple 88s in his targets.
It would now. I wonder what he would have had. Probably, let's say another 16. Let's just say 20. So it would have been 160 receptions if he got 20 receptions in the games that he missed.
Yeah.
I'm just doing this silly math. 160 is a lot, not achievable at all next season. 180 for sure. So he's 2 seasons away, I think, from breaking that record. And Keith Abney, Arizona State defensive back. Adam, do you like defensive backs?
I do. Keith Abney from Arizona State, a versatile corner who can play in the slot, on the inside, or on the boundary. Abney is an aggressive, relentless defender against the run and the pass, and is always looking for a way to make a play on the ball.
Okay.
Sometimes that can look like being a bit handsy in coverage or biting on double moves, which Abney will need to work on. Don't like that. There'll be questions about his frame, but a good week of athletic testing has the ability to nullify some of the concerns there. At the end of the season press conference, Double J, Jerry Jones, said he underestimated how much of an impact Jordan Lewis made in the slot for Dallas. If they find a way to select Abney, he could be a similar kind of player in terms of competitiveness and physicality that he plays with in the slot, but also is flexible enough to move outside. The Cowboys feel there's a better option for the slot.
I got two things. Number one,
You don't like the way I said some of the names?
no.
Okay.
The problem is Jerry Jones making decisions where he doesn't think someone's going to impact the field, number one, but let's move past that. Number two, the teaching things, I'm just going to keep going back to it. That's why we hire coaches. If you think these guys have skills, if you think they have a mind and it's just getting them up to speed
And a good personality.
and someone who's going to make a career out of football, go for it.
Strive to get better.
Yeah.
You can learn.
I'm not worried about someone who needs help, needs the coaching.
You think the coaches at Arizona State are the same level as NFL coaches? No.
I hope not.
Just-
Not on
yeah.
I hope they're not the same if they are, then we have a bigger problem.
Yeah.
If we don't think that the abilities that can be coached, that the Dallas Cowboys coaching staff is going to be able to improve that 10% minimal, then we have a
What are
problem.
you doing?
Yeah.
And luckily, and you get, when you talk, the reason DBs, if there's any type of like development, I think that's what you're hearing about our new defensive coordinator. He develops players. He knows how to work with players.
Got a
Similar to
good
what-
history, a very good track record.
Yeah,
with
which I think
players.
like you saw like a Dan Quinn or an Al Harris, they got the best out of a lot of our guys, and that's where we got to see some of these players progress a bit more.
So how are we going to enter the draft? What's the mentality? I still like focusing, regardless on what happens, from our little exercise that we did, where we picked our players, focusing still on linebacker or cornerback or safety or edge.
So defense.
Defense.
Yeah.
Basically defense.
Basically defense, all of defense. However, if the BPA is there and it's not, then that's what we go with.
Okay, this is uncharted territory for Cowboys CanFan. We've never held 2 first-round picks unless we've made a trade to get back into the first round. So this is fun.
Dallas Cowboys mock draft 1.0. CanFan mock draft
CanFan
1.0,
1.0, baby.
I got all these settings
Here
right.
we go.
You're on the clock.
You're on the clock.
Trade up to 1 right now.
Go, go.
Jeremiah Love, Caleb Downs is gone. Sonny Styles.
No!
Oh, 3 Ohio State guys gone. Oh, okay. So
Now this is what happens. This is why 12 sucks.
yeah, we pretty much lost everybody that
We lost everyone we wanted.
Okay, so mock draft version 1.0, CanFan mock draft version 1.0.
look at those
Anth,
2 picks, man.
Go ahead.
Well, we started off with the trade. The Cowboys were sitting at pick 12. We didn't like what we saw, so we traded with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for the 15th and 46th, and we gave them the 12th and 221.
yeah, and there was no Delani, there was no Sonny Styles,
No Caleb Downs.
no Caleb Downs.
Jermod McCoy was the only one there at 12,
and we're not ready to take
We're
him.
not
I'm
ready to
sour
take.
on-
We're not ready to take an open box unit.
I'm sour. I'm not full. Yeah, I'm not.
We don't want
full on
open
him
box right now.
yet. I need a little bit more. Okay.
Combine, change your tune, perhaps.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
this is our first one in February. We got a few more of these to do. A lot of guys are going to change. But then we had a little bit of a conversation with our first pick at round 115 over who we should take, Keldrick Falk or Cassius Howell. Cassius Howell,
Cassius?
however you want to say it. We ended up getting lucky. We took Keldrick Falk. We got an A on him. And then guess who was still sitting there at pick 20? Howell. And we were like, well, who should we get? We can't go double edge. But in an argument, if you're willing to take a guy, if you're arguing over 2 guys at 15 and the second guy's there at 20, it should be a no-brainer.
We
You
weren't
choose.
really arguing. We
true.
were debating.
Not-
We're
but
going through
debating.
because
Well,
we
we didn't know which one's the better guy.
Do we
Yeah.
take? Do we take a linebacker? We looked at C.J. Allen. We looked at T.J. Parker. There
This was the right decision.
yeah. So we took Cassius Howell. Got the A+ for it.
And the,
Bank
and,
it.
the, and the reasoning is as well, too, also,
Also,
is if the format is 3-4 or 4-3, then one of these edges is going to fill in.
Which was Howell. Howell kind of fits in
Howell
that.
can fit in that role. So it's a great pick. And then we just said it also to as well. Get Jake Golday,
Yep.
linebacker, with that pick that we picked up from the trade with the Bucks.
That's a freebie.
That's a freebie. He's also going to be one of those guys where we're seeing it as a B right now. I bet you as time goes on, he'll be ranked a bit higher.
Thick neck.
Thick neck.
That's what we call him. Thick neck.
Thick neck Jake Golday.
A lot of tackles. Looks like your prototypical linebacker.
Yep. And what we're going to start seeing is as we get closer and closer to the draft and the team's needs start to really shake down, then these guys will move up as the supply and demand happens, right? So,
Yep.
Ad, you lead us out on this guy because this is one
your
of your
boy.
guys.
Okay, so we did an exercise a couple weeks ago after the Senior Bowl. Bud Clark was one of the guys that I picked as a standout for the Senior Bowl. I think in terms of looking at the secondary, we absolutely need help back there. He's a safety. You can kind of move him around. You can throw him down in a nickel. You can have him playing in the box. You can have him sitting back there. I think he fits the scheme that our DC is going to go. I'd be very happy if we actually pick him in the draft. Bud Clark's going to be my, right now, he's probably my draft.
Your pet cat.
My pet
Pet
cat.
hey, I'm coming over to pet that cat.
Oh, yeah, you're coming over the pack.
Because he seems like right now, anyway,
I'm going to feed
around
that
4.
pussy.
Yeah, I'm going to feed that puss. And he
And, like,
seems like a true round 4 guy that we could get.
Had 4 interceptions, has really good high IQ on the ball, knows how to
around.
tackle.
All
It
around guy.
scares me
He'd be a
that
solid safety.
it scares me that he's got this hype and he's around 4. He's just not going to last.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's going to move up
I
to
know.
round 3.
Well, that's why right now it's nice.
Yeah.
He's there.
We got him. Hey,
he's-
in this world, he's on the Cowboys.
I just like Dad saying, hey, check if Bud Clark's there.
Yeah.
You went down,
Yeah.
I think, 2 guys, and Bud was sitting there.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Bud would be great for sound bites.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Bud.
All right, bud.
And he's an A-. So
And
it's
then
a good pick.
and I got one. If you know somebody that hates the NFL offseason and doesn't like the draft and doesn't like free agency and says, I only pay attention to guys that sit in a basement and talk in front of cameras during football season. Well, you look those losers, and we're calling them losers. The tide is turned.
Yeah.
We're calling those guys losers. You look them in their faces and you tell them to go themselves. First offseason show done, boys.
Hey. Here we go. Super Bowl champions 2026.
The best part about it is the slate is fresh.
Fresh slate.